Hello, everyone. Welcome to downtown Hutchinson, Minnesota, Library Square, where we are at the Hutchinson Arts and Crafts Festival and Taste of Hutchinson for the 45th year. I'm Mary Hodson, president of the Chamber of Commerce here in Hutchinson, Minnesota, and I am so excited to take you on a tour of arts and crafts. Because why? We have some fun stories to share, and we have 29 new vendors this year, plus new food vendors. And P.S., I just bought 30 books at the book sale. So why don't you come along with us and we'll take a tour. So I came right directly to my friend, Sgt Joe Nagle, because Joe makes this thing happen. Thanks for being here and making the time.
No problem.
So, Joe, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Number one, we're going to talk about what it takes for this to happen with you and your staff. So let's talk about that first, because we always get huge comments and compliments about you and your staff and how easy you are to work with and how great you are with the public.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of planning and a lot of support. You know, Chief Hatton retired, and now Chief Gifferson is in his place, and the support that we get from our administration allows us to do this because they give me the freedom and the responsibility to take care of it. A lot of planning, a lot of organization, a lot of people working out here long hours to make sure it goes.
Yeah, so when we're talking about long hours, so it rained yesterday, and so a lot of vendors very protective of their product, which we understand, which made this morning a little bit more busy than usual.
Yeah, it was busy this morning, but it's all right. We got through it. Everybody cooperated. The weather put some stress on some people that is understandable, but we got through it.
Awesome. So there's one other thing that I want to talk about, and you know what I'm going to bring up. Yep. So yesterday, a lovely moment right before check-in started. Do you want to just talk about what that was and how that came to fruition?
Sure. So last year we had a medical emergency in the park, and luckily enough, I were here, and we were able to help a gentleman by the name of Jim Martini, and help him with his issues and get him to the places where he needed to be, which was Hutchinson and then Minneapolis. And yesterday he thanked us for that and gave a donation towards our law enforcement park. So it was very nice.
It was very nice. So let me give you my version of what happened. So I was there and got to witness it. So for me, I don't do what you do every day. So it's scary to watch, stayed calm, but to watch you literally this is my story. I tell people 3 big Joe steps, and you were right there because you really were right there. Mm-hmm. You were able to administer CPR, and you saved his life.
Yeah, we did, and we're very well trained. We're very blessed with the commitment the city has to us. So. It was a happy ending.
It was a happy ending, but the level of pride and how proud I was to know you, to know your staff, and to be able to see that happen was pretty incredible. And then yesterday, for you and Jim to finally meet.
Right. Well, we met, but this was a little more, there was more conversation.
Right. Jim had no idea who you were or what you looked like. So it was really I felt it kind of brought that whole situation kind of to a nice closure.
Yeah, I would agree. For me and everybody else, I think that's a very good way to describe it.
Yeah. So it was one of those things that we could wrap up in a nice bow, and it was very generous of them to make a donation. They certainly didn't have to. You weren't expecting that.
No, we don't expect that. It's the cliche is it's our job. It is. Right. And that extra acknowledgement, I can't lie, it feels pretty good.
Right. Well, it's well-deserved because so many times you get the brunt of, oh, I got a ticket, or, oh, you're so hard. That's not what we experience here. But it was really cool to experience that last year, to watch, because that's when I saw the training, the professionalism, I know what to do in this situation, and y'all jumped in.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to take that. That's the first time you saw professionalism, but
no, but in that situation, right? I'm not with you guys every day to see what you have to do in a crisis situation.
Yeah, and it goes back to the training. We we invest in it. We always have. It goes back. I've been here 20 years, and we've invested in that for a long time, and it's important to us. And if we use it and it only saves one life, which it did, it's well worth it. In our opinion, and I hope everybody else's.
Yeah. So. Awesome. Thanks again for making the time to be here today and for all that you all do. I don't think that many people really realize the extent for what we do here that has to come with you.
Yep. All right. Go Tigers.
Okay, I want to point out a couple of the new vendors this year, and this one's really special. This is James Shailaja. He is from Arizona, and guess what? He used to live in Hutchinson. He used to work for HCVN. Welcome, James.
Hi, thanks for having me, and thanks for putting on the show.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. So look at this beautiful work. We've got some beautiful turquoise. You know, there's shows on TV now about how hard it is to get some of these beautiful, beautiful pieces. And it is Minnesota, so it's a little windy at the moment. But let's just talk a little bit about your work and what makes it so special.
Okay, one of the things that makes my work special is that all the stones are actually natural. All the turquoise comes from North America, so it's absolutely 100% real. I don't get any of the fake stuff. And each piece is handmade. I cut the stones, no matter what the stone is. I cut the opals, and then I do the silver and gold smithing. All the designs are unique. I make them all.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. So this is just another example of how unique some of the things are that we have here at the Arts and Crafts Festival. So if you haven't been here, you should really come and check it out. James, tell them how far you drove.
Oh God, you're not going to believe this, but round trip is 3,400 miles.
3,400 miles round trip, ladies and gentlemen, to be here in Hutchinson, Minnesota. Thank you so much, Jim. So I am now in front of Laverne's booth. He does some phenomenal work with wood. We're going to show you a few of his things, but this is what he showed me yesterday. He does this by hand with a jig. So look at that. It's just this little itty bitty book, and look. It's Irish blessings, but they're just a perfect little thing to grab and put in a stocking or a gift for a special friend. He tells me, though, that he has others, and there's a Charlie Brown Christmas, and those go really fast. So he's got some beautiful work. Again, the artistry and the creativity that come with the artists that are here at Arts and Crafts Festival are just phenomenal, and we're really proud to have them here. He also does something really fun with Scrabble letters. So look at this. So for those of us who've been using our Scrabble letters in a different way, he has opportunities for you to display them in a whole new way. So I think this is super cute. And look at this. I love that. So it's super creative. And then if you want bigger letters, you can grab these bigger letters, and they have their own Scrabble trays with them. And this is Laverne here. Laverne, thanks so much for being in Hutchinson with us this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So just showing Hutchinson, Minnesota, some of your creativity as a new vendor here. We're super excited to have you. And as we've already talked, I'm like, oh, I love that. I love that. So how far did you come to be here at the show?
This is 5 hours away. 5
hours. That means there's 5 hours going back too.
That's right.
Yeah, but we're really glad to have you here. The level of craftsmanship is amazing.
Thank you. I try to design, well, I do design everything here, and I hand make it all. And what you have in your hand, I don't trace iron. It's all 100% freehand by a scroll saw, which is a large part of that display over there is all freehand too.
Okay, freehand. I can't even hardly write my name, people, and he is cutting this out freehand. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love having it. That's why we jury it, to make sure that we have quality product for everybody here. So come on down. All right, so we were talking about unique things that we don't always get to see at the Arts and Crafts Festival in downtown Hutchinson. So watch this. I think Matt's going to follow me. Oh, I got to move my other thing here. Isn't that beautiful? These are pop-up cards, handmade. Yep. Somebody just came up behind the cameraman and went, ooh. Yeah, they're beautiful. So this couple has also these beautiful inlaid wood boxes. So they're like a puzzle box. I'm not going to try to take it apart because I'll just show how that I'm not capable of doing it on TV. But they're just beautiful. So again, this is a juried show, and things have to be handcrafted and handmade. And that's what makes it really special, and people really appreciate the craftsmanship and, again, the creativity. One of the vendors told us, the challenge for a lot of vendors is that they have to find something that's unique, find a way to make it so it's reasonable for people to purchase, and then be able to sell them. So this is just amazing to me. Look at some of these things. I mean, who does a pirate ship with moving parts? So these little sails in the breeze today are blowing, and then it just folds up. So this is something that's truly a keepsake. They even have a little Boeing over here for our friend John, who used to fly. So all sorts of crazy things. Look at this beautiful peacock who folds up. Can you imagine a friend opening something like that? What a gift, a true gift. All right, so I can't even get in front of this booth because it's so popular. This is the third year the Cheese Brothers have been here, and they bring these phenomenal cheeses with them, and they are so yummy. So we allow some food in the arts and crafts because it's manufactured. It's something that you're not going to eat right here, right now. So that's the difference between this and Taste of Hutchinson. So Taste of Hutchinson, you're going to eat it right now, enjoy it with your friends and your family. These things inside the park are things that you will take home and use later. So I wanted to highlight this because, number one, they're so popular. Now people see the microphone and they start scattering, but they're super popular. They're great to work with, and I'm telling you, great quality for a really reasonable price. Okay, I am here with Dale Lessard, artist extraordinaire. Thank you for being in Hutchinson.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So where are you originally from? Where do you live?
We live in Isani now.
So how far did you have to drive to be here?
Hour and a half.
So not too far. So local and Minnesota artist. Let's talk about your artwork before we show it. What do you do?
Well, I take vintage stainless steel and we do these frogs and birds, dragonflies flying on spoons.
I love it. So this takes a lot of work. Just this part takes a lot of work. So you can see that it's the silverware pieces, right?
Yes, correct.
This is the part that amazes me, though, because you're not only making an art piece, it has to balance.
Yes, it's a gyroscopic balancing sculpture.
You're not going to make me say
gyroscopic.
Gyroscopic. I'm not going to be able to repeat that later.
Balancing sculpture.
Yeah, super beautiful, but also intriguing when somebody puts this in their yard.
Yep, beautiful right in your flower beds.
Yeah, I love that you can do that. Can you do basketballs too?
I haven't tried yet.
Let's take a look at some of your other work. Thank you so much for being here.
We do frogs and birds also, and dragonflies.
Perfect.
And thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Again.
Thanks, Dale. Okay, so we've shown you some of the new things, but I want to show you some of our vendors who have been here for many years, including Laverne Pottery. They're local, they're from Dassel, but they do this beautiful work that people are very familiar with and come in droves to purchase. So I want you to take a look at some of these things. They're known for their leaves and also some of those impressions that they have. In fact, we have a good friend who's in California who had one of their Minnesota cups shipped to them because they were so excited that they have them, but they can't keep them in stock. So this is one of those things where it's a testament to the things that I will do to bring you the Arts and Crafts Festival, which is rain or shine event. So right now we have unpredicted sprinkles. It's actually a mist, of course, and this is what happens. We're a rain or shine event, so the volunteers and the vendors inside, they have tents to protect their goods, and people are obviously still coming. I'm watching them still cross the street. People love coming to Arts and Crafts. This is a really good time to tell you about the economic impact that an event like this has, because not only are people coming to Hutchinson to attend this event, there's sales tax revenue, which is collected from the vendors, as well as the impact for the businesses in the community. People are still going out to eat. They're going and getting gas. They're shopping at other locations. So this is really important for our community as well as for the chamber, which this is a fundraising event for. So if you're wondering why do we have it, that's one of the reasons. It's great for our community. It creates community pride. And we're also, people see the microphone, they get freaked out, and they think it's funny to come and stand by me to see what might happen. So we're just going to roll with it because that's what we do here. But that's one of the reasons that we do it, for fundraising, but also that economic driver is huge. Then people get to see what Hutchinson is, looks like, and has to offer, and they come back, and we hear about that all the time. We hear several stories about families and friends who get together just to attend this event. And now that we have so many other things happening in the community at the same time, so we know of 4 different chamber members that have events happening this weekend, 5 that are having events this weekend that collaborate with Arts and Crafts. So it really does matter because it brings in tax revenue, which pays for things like our police services, which, as we heard earlier, are so important. All right, so we've taken you through a tour of the Hutchinson Arts and Crafts Festival for 2019. Pretty incredible. We haven't even shown you the tip of the iceberg. If you want to come and join us for the 46th annual Arts and Crafts Festival in 2020, come and join us. We'll be at the fairgrounds in 2020 because of the road construction, but we expect to have a lot of new things. We're super excited, and we've been planning already for the last year. So we hope that you'll join us. Again, thank you so much for always supporting us and the things that we do here in Hutchinson. Events really do make a difference, and something like this is really exciting when it brings 12,000 people into the community. Again, have a great day. We will see you next month, and we'll see you next year at the Arts and Crafts Festival.